Hey, this is Tyler from SlickText. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a pop-up for your website. Website pop-ups allow you to grow your audience by presenting visitors with an opt-in form while browsing. Used correctly and matched with the right offer, they can quickly become your most effective list growth tool. SlickText Pop-up Builder has compliance built in and is fully customizable, so it blends seamlessly with your website.
Let's walk through how to build a pop-up together and install it on a website. Here's the website I'll use as an example for this video. It's a basic site for an interior design studio. Everything about SlickText pop-ups are customizable, so I'll be able to make one of the standard pop-up templates fit the branding on this website. I'll start by going to the Tools page, then Website Pop-ups, and click Create a Pop-up. Under Setup, I'll name my pop-up and put an internal description for myself to look back on. I also want this pop-up to add people to my website shoppers list. Here's a SlickText tag, which is a snippet of code that I'll add to my website later in the video. This snippet is what will cause the pop-up to display for visitors to my site. Some of our integrations will automatically install this for you. Now, let's start designing the pop-up. It is possible to start from scratch by dropping elements from the design section into the canvas, but I highly recommend starting with a template. It's easy to make them look perfectly on brand for your site, and a lot of the work is already taken care of, so I'll go to the template gallery. Here you'll be able to see all of the pop-up templates organized by some of the characteristics of each. I'm going to select this one that is set up to just collect phone numbers. I like this vertical layout. I also like the fact that it minimizes to the bottom left corner of the page when closed. I always like to start by putting the URL of my website here in the URL preview. I want to swap out this image, so I'll click on it to select that element and go to Background and search for a new image. You can drag an image file here or click to browse your computer files. We also have an integration with Unsplash, so you can use their free stock image collection by searching here. I'll search Interior Design and use this one here. Here, I can adjust the image position to fit where I want. Now, let's adjust everything in this lower container. I'll start with the background color. Since I put my website into the preview, the pop-up builder pulls in my website actual color palette. I'll use this one. I want to edit this text, so let's select that element and open the text settings. I want it to say, Free Design Consultation. I could change the font here, but I want to keep it here to match my site's font. Once a pop-up is live on your site, it will pull the font family from your website's code. For color, let's use the orange being used a lot on my site. For this subtext, I want it to reflect the offer I'm using. And change the color to orange. Let's add a border to the mobile number field. I'll change thickness to 2 points and color to orange. For this button, let's change background color to orange, and I want it to match a lot of the rounded corners being used on this template, so I'll go to Border and change the border radius to round those out. Now I'll change the colors of No Thanks and Compliance Messaging. I want to round the corners of the whole pop-up to match the style of my site. Click the top container and then the up arrow to select the foreground, which is the whole pop-up. I'll round the border corners to 30 points. Okay, I think this looks great. Let's check out what the pop-up looks like when it's minimized. I want the background color to match the site, the border to be orange, and 2-point thickness. I'll also round the corners, and let's make sure the text color is orange. Lastly, I'll change this text. Great. Now let's go to Success to see the screen someone will get when they submit their number. Let's just change this to match the site's colors. So here on the bottom, I'll be able to see what this looks like on a tablet and phone. For the pop-up screen, I don't want to show the top image on a phone, so I'll select that element, click Visibility, and Hide on Mobile. Great, well I'm happy with the design of my pop-up, so let's go back to our main screen and configure the behavior. There are a ton of ways you can adjust how your pop-up behaves, but I like having this show on a site visitor's first time viewing the page. I also like it to be shown right away, but I have other options, like on exit intent or after a delay. I don't want the pop-up to display for known contacts who are already in SlickText, so I'll keep this toggle on. Let's go to targeting. I'll leave show rules as is so that it shows across my whole site, but let's add a hide rule so this pop-up doesn't appear on my contact page. I'd rather them just fill out my contact form instead of my pop-up form, so I'm adding that now. Below you'll see other options, such as on what dates or devices this pop-up should and shouldn't be displayed. Now let's go to messaging. Once someone fills out the pop-up and hits submit, they'll get your double opt-in message and added as a contact with a pending subscription. They'll need to reply to that message with the word yes in order to confirm their subscription and opt in. This is set up so that people don't start opting random numbers onto your list. Forcing a user to reply with yes from that mobile device ensures that the owner of that number is the one who is really opting in. Once they reply, they'll get our opt-in message. I'll edit that to reflect our offer. Great, now I've configured my pop-up exactly how I want it. So let's copy the SlickText tag or S tag and put it onto our site. This code will need to be on every page of your site that you want your pop-up to appear on. Best practice would be to paste the code just before the closing head tag. This one snippet of code will power all current and future pop-ups that you create. So if you make a new pop-up, you won't need to change any of the code on your site. Just activate the new pop-up and deactivate the old one right in SlickText. Every website platform is different, but for my Squarespace site, I can go here into Website Tools, then Code Injection. I'm going to paste it into my header here and hit Save. Let's check it out on the live site. Here is my new SlickText website pop-up. If I fill it out with my information, I'll get that double opt-in message. Let's say yes. And now I'll get our opt-in message. If I go back into SlickText, you'll see that I was just added as a new contact and added to my website shopper list.
I hope you saw how easy it is to create a pop-up that will look great on your website and expedite list growth. For more information on anything we covered in this video, check out our Help Center for more articles and videos. As always, feel free to reach out to our support team. We love to talk to our customers.